Hi, how are you doing?
Hi again, sir. How you doing?
Hi again. Well remembered. Not awkward at all. How does it feel after all this time since first making your short to have your premiere here in London?
It feels fantastic.
It's thrilling, yeah. It's lovely to. I mean, we're just so grateful that we get to have the film in cinemas. People get to go and leave the house and see it, and it's just more than we could have hoped for. So it's very exciting.
And why should people come and see The Ballad of Wallis Island?
It's a great question. That is a very good question.
It's funny. It's emotional.
Yep.
It's it's original. It's an independent, very British film, and it's hard to get those films made. Even harder to get them into cinemas. So we need people to come and support it.
And people have cried in the film. They have.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
And what did you change, I guess, from the original short? How did you want to expand the story into a feature?
Well, there's a slight element of Kerry Mulligan and her character in particular, who sort of unlocked it and turned it into a feature film, I think. We were sort of looking at this short for 15 years, trying to work out what to do with it. So yeah, that was a big change. And AK and Sean coming into the film. And other than that, just trying to make it longer.
Well, we got a lot older. That helped. Made the story a lot more poignant, I think.
Nature's makeup.
Nature's makeup. I think we just managed to kind of broaden the world a bit, make it just a much more resonant, sort of poignant film. The short was really an out-and-out comedy, and I think while the feature is very funny, it also it takes people on a journey.
When you say a film is quintessentially British, I try to think about what I even mean by that. I think it is something about the humour. What do you think the key ingredient is? Something about how deadpan it is, offbeat?
I think what I mean by it is that I think people really recognise the characters. I think particularly Tim's character Charles is someone that all British people will recognise and know someone like. I think for Americans,
in a good way.
In a good way, they look at Charles and think, "What on earth is that guy?" And I think for British people, they go, "Oh, it's like my Uncle Andy."
Yeah.
I think it's also because it's like teasing, but it's always from a place of affection. Because I guess we're seeing Charles through the lens of Herb, and so we're sort of gently poking fun, but it's never with cruelty. So do you think that's also part of like the banter?
Yeah, there is no cruelty. I don't know, it's difficult to say about your own film, but I think what's happening is you write the guy off in the first 20 minutes. Then after that, you see there's more to him than meets the eye. And that sort of, that kind of permeates the rest of the film, right? Yeah.
And in terms of the takeaways, it doesn't sort of veer into that sort of conventional rom-com era sort of genre. I think it's about so much more in terms of finding connection and sort of sometimes having to face up to your past in order to sort of move forward. Something very kind of bittersweet about the ending.
I think that's right. I think it's very much about people who are stuck, people who are looking back at their own life, longing to return to something, and ultimately realising that they need to move on. And it's about music, and it's about friendship, and it's about people kind of growing and wanting the best for each other.
And of course, the nice scenery.
Yeah.
One word about Carrick?
I want to get the right word.
Are you going for just one?
Imperious.
Imperious? That's like scary, isn't it?
Oh, not that then. Majestic.
I'll go Imperious.
All right. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed tonight. Huge congrats. I love the film so much. Thank you. Cheers.